Hello, I'm Uma Arora from Tutors.com, and in today's video we are going to learn about our environment. So the main subtopics which we are going to cover in this video are ecosystem and its components, food chain, ozone layer depletion, and then water disposal. So let's move forward and let's try a few pre-assessment questions. So you can pause the video here, and once you're done with all the questions, you can resume the video to check your answers. So pat your back if all of your answers are correct, and let's move forward and let's have a quick discussion about ecosystem. The community in which living and non-living things interacts and balance the nature is called ecosystem. An ecosystem basically has two types of components. The first one is biotic and the next one is abiotic. So all living beings makes the biotic component of an ecosystem, for example animal, birds, plants. And talking about abiotic components, so all the non-living things makes the abiotic component of any ecosystem, for example air, water, soil. There are few examples of abiotic components. Let's move forward and let's talk about biotic components in detail. So you can classify biotic components into three categories: producer, consumer, and the last one which is decomposer. So basically the green plants plays the role of producers because they prepare the food by photosynthesis. Let's move forward towards the next one, which is consumer. So animals and other living beings plays the role of consumers because they take food directly or indirectly from plants. And now let's talk about decomposer. So bacteria and fungi plays the role of decomposers as they decompose dead remains of plants and animals so that raw materials of organisms can be channelized back to the environment. So this was all about biotic components. Let's move forward towards the next slide and let's talk about types of waste. So let's talk about biodegradable waste first. So substances which can be decomposed by microorganisms are called biodegradable substances. So all the organic substances are biodegradable, for example paper, cloth, fruits, vegetables, etc. Now let's discuss non-biodegradable waste. So substances which cannot be decomposed by microorganisms are called non-biodegradable. For example, plastic, polythene bags, metal articles, etc. Let's move forward and let's talk about food chains. So a food chain is a simple representation of transfer of energy from the sun to different biotic components of an ecosystem. Basically, green plants convert solar energy into chemical energy during photosynthesis, and when an animal takes food, this energy is supplied to the animal and the process goes on. So this was all about food chains. Let's talk about food web. In any ecosystem there can be many food chains which are interlinked at various levels, and thus many food chains form a network which is called food web. Let's move forward and let's talk about trophic level. So different levels in the food chain are called trophic level. Out of the energy consumed by an organism at a particular trophic level, 90% is utilized for its own need and the rest 10% is left for the organism of the next trophic level. So basically very little energy is left for the organism which is there at the tertiary level. Let's move forward and now let's talk about ozone layer. Ozone layer is also known as stratosphere. So when ultraviolet radiations act on oxygen, the oxygen gets converted into ozone, and the ozone layer works like a protective shield for living beings. The ozone layer wards off harmful ultraviolet radiations from the sun. Well, excessive use of chlorofluorocarbon has damaged the ozone layer, and its effect can be very harmful. It may lead to skin care and cataract among humans. So let's talk about the steps which are being taken to reduce ozone layer depletion. The first one is to reduce the use of CFC, which is chlorofluorocarbon. The next one is to use CFL bulbs by planting trees, by saving electricity, and by following the 3 R's, which is recycle, reduce and reuse. Let's move forward and let's have a quick discussion about waste disposal. So during our day-to-day activities, we produce a lot of waste. While some of the waste is biodegradable, a large chunk is composed of non-biodegradable substances. Plastic waste is a serious concern because plastic is non-biodegradable. So disposal of waste should be done in such a way that it doesn't harm our environment, and we need to respect and find out ways to reduce the burden on our environment. So for that we can use more of disposable items, use of organic matter in the field, recycling and reuse, and using more of paper bags instead of going for plastic bags. So here are a few questions for you to practice. So you can pause the video here, you can try the questions, and then you can check your answers as well. So thank you for watching this video. For more, please visit justtutors.com.